When it comes to smaller wide-bodies, Airbus's main offering is the A330neo, a re-engined update of the popular A330. But, well, if this aircraft family's closest rival is the Boeing 787 family, then it would appear that Airbus's A330neo is falling behind and not quite living up to the legacy set by its predecessor. But is there any chance that this could change in the future? Are airlines in certain pockets of the world poised to order this aircraft type? Let's try to examine these questions for today's video. During a recent media visit to Airbus's Toulouse campus, Simple Flying heard from wide-body marketing director Rodrigo Lezama about why the A330neo is still an aircraft worth considering. Now, there's obviously a fair bit of bias from Mr. Lezama, but let's see exactly how and why Airbus is so optimistic about the aircraft type. According to Lezama, only 28% of today's global fleet are new generation aircraft. Given the rate of technological advancement, this might seem a shockingly low figure. However, just over 5 years ago, that figure was just 5%. The proportion of new aircraft in the worldwide fleet has risen rapidly over the last few years, signaling a shift towards newer, more sustainable aircraft types. As airlines and operators seek to optimize operations and satisfy the latest sustainability requirements, fleet modernization presents a natural solution. And so, with all of this in mind, there might just be hope for more A330neo sales. But what's the A330neo story thus far? Well, since the program launched back in 2014, the A330neo has attracted orders for just 319 airframes, at least up until the end of May 2024. Boeing, with its 787 family, on the other hand, has racked up orders for around 2,000. Yes, the Dreamliner program, having launched in 2004, is 10 years ahead of the A330neo, but it's now 2024, and most would expect the A330neo to have more orders by now. We've seen quite a few airlines give the A330neo the cold shoulder when looking to modernize their wide-bodies. The interesting thing is that these are airlines that already operate or operated the A330-200 or -300. A few examples of this trend include Air Canada, Air France and KLM, Lufthansa, Qantas, Qatar Airways, Saudia and Thai Airways, just to name a few. These airlines seem to have favoured the Boeing 787 Dreamliner instead. Nonetheless, there have been a few carriers out there that have decided to continue their A330 operations with the latest variant. The largest A330neo operators include Delta Airlines, TAP Air Portugal and Condor. Malaysia Airlines will soon join this list, having ordered 20 A330-900s. So could more airlines join in and order this relatively unpopular wide-body? Here are some arguments as to why it's still a possibility. With the A330neo, there is tremendous fleet commonality across the Airbus family. This means that there is an extremely low risk of adoption and significant value for airlines already operating A330ceos and other Airbus aircraft. The A330neo, with its larger wings, aerodynamic improvements and more efficient engines, offers a 25% reduction in fuel burn per seat compared to the A330ceo. Additionally, the jet has a 45% lower noise footprint than its predecessor and has proven its ability to fly with up to a 50% blend of sustainable aviation fuel. Airbus is aiming for 100% compatibility by the end of the decade. When it comes to passenger experience, the Airbus airspace cabin offers 66% more overhead bin space, 10 additional seats over the maximum of the previous generation, new ceiling panels, customizable mood lighting, and more. Lezama explained that a key selling point for the A330neo is its versatility, saying, "It is a complement for narrow bodies, particularly at congested airports. We see this happening in Asia Pacific, where some airlines are using the A330neo on shorter routes to replace the A320 during peak periods. During off-peak seasons, the A330neo's range capability provides airlines the flexibility to deploy long-haul." Additionally, Lezama believes that the A330neo is a natural expansion for airlines seeking to upscale their operations, with the A330-900 offering airlines the lowest cost entry into the wide-body market. Despite all the upgrades over its predecessor, the operational performance of the A330-900 still seems somewhat inferior to the numbers posted by the similarly sized Boeing 787-9. As we noted in a previous video, while the 787-9 might have the capacity for slightly fewer passengers, it also appears to have the ability to fly further while carrying less fuel. This can largely be attributed to the material makeup of the 787's airframe, which contains a large proportion of carbon fiber reinforced plastic, or CFRP. Indeed, the Boeing 787 is 80% composite material, while the A330neo features just 14% of composite materials. At the same time, there are a few factors now in 2024 that are working in Airbus's favour when it comes to the attractiveness of the A330neo family. In February of this year, Airbus announced that from around Q4 2025, customers will be able to take delivery of an aircraft with its Step 4 package. This package, Airbus says, allows A330-900 operators to benefit from an extra takeoff weight uplift capability of around 2.6 metric tons at some airports, while at other even more runway-restricted airports, the net gain could be as much as 4 tons. All of this is achieved without increasing the engine's thrust. Two main enablers used together make it possible. 1. The provision of some intermediate flap settings known as enhanced takeoff configurations, and 2. The implementation of faster landing gear and landing gear door retraction sequences. We won't get further into these details here as we already have a video on these A330neo upgrades. The more recent announcement is that the A330neo will also be offered with an electronic dimmable window option. While Airbus says that this will only be available for seats between doors 1 and 2, it could appeal to airlines looking to slightly reduce aircraft weight and also reduce window maintenance costs. Another factor has to do with the A330neo's competition over in the United States. Boeing is facing quite a few issues, and airlines are seeing delivery delays with their 787s as the American manufacturer looks to improve its quality control process amid increased FAA oversight. The carrier still has a significant backlog of 787 orders, which far surpass Airbus's A330neo backlog. At the time of this video's production, the 787 program has an adjusted backlog of 720 airframes. Over at Airbus, there are about 180 undelivered A330neo airframes. Making matters worse for Boeing is recent news of improperly installed fasteners. This comes after numerous whistleblowers stepped forward with concerns of rushed production and ignored safety warnings. At the political level, trade tensions between China and the United States could see Chinese airlines go with the European option instead. Chinese airlines, while having already ordered 787s for their fleets, are expected to side with Airbus for the next round of orders. Indeed, as reported by Bloomberg, Airbus is in advanced negotiations with Chinese carriers for a substantial sale of A330neo aircraft, potentially involving more than 100 units. With all of this in mind, the A330neo might be the aircraft type that is just more readily available and more likely to be delivered closer to the agreed-upon date. Yes, the 787 does have an efficiency advantage. However, if regional flying is concerned, such as connecting high-volume city pairs in Asia, then the difference in fuel consumed is smaller. So what do you think? Despite lower sales than its American rival, does the A330neo still have a shot at being a popular wide-body aircraft in the next decade? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.